Welcome back to Ishika Foundations. Today, the topic that which we are discussing is UPSC, which is basically Union Public Service Commission. It is a central recruiting agency and it is an independent and a constitutional body. In the constitution, the whole details of UPSC is mentioned from 315 to 323 in part 15 in the constitution book. If we go in detail, the compositions are basically the word composition indicates that how many people and their roles are included, that will be mentioned in this composition. So in this, the first chairman will be there, and along with the chairman 9 to 11 members will be there in order to assist him, and they have no qualifications, but the only qualification that they should have is half of those members should be definitely be working experience of either in government of India or in government of state. Now here half of the members doesn't indicates that, let's say now 10 members are there, out of which the 5 members should be having an experience in the government of India in the back 10 years. It's not like the whole members should be having that experience. Only half of the members should definitely be having that experience. And the other thing is like, if whenever the chairman is absent for any particular reason, then the member can act as a chairman. This is the other thing. And the other thing is like, their age composition to be present in the office will be lying from 6 to 65 years, and they can submit the resignation to the president any time. And president also can remove the chairman if she feels like he is not unfit and he is keeping any kind of businesses or money related issues or any kind of contracts with the other normal private people. Then they person, if the president gets the doubt, so she will be keeping the petition to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court, if the Supreme Court proves that this chairman has involved in this contract or in this business, then only the president can remove, or else the president cannot remove. And if any kind of misbehaviorance is there, then also the president can remove him automatically. And here the term misbehavior doesn't mean like any kind of abuse with the female, or any kind of the irresponsive reacts or something like that. The word misbehavior in the sense, uh, whether he is like involved in any non-government organizations or non-government businesses or contract, that indicates here as misbehaviors. And the other thing is like, let's look into the independence, like what kind of freedom that he has. He can be removed by the president, and his entire experiences or expenses will be taken care by the government of India from the consolidated fund of India. Okay, after retirement he can't do any job, neither he can't reappoint, and he is eligible for the member. Who is eligible? The member. After the completion of chairman, the members, the 9 to 11 members who are present, from those they are eligible to be present in the chairman position. Now, what are the limitations? UPSC is least bothered and will not be entered in the reservation matters. The SC, ST, BC reservations, what are there? In this, the UPSC will not be interfering. And all the appointments, it might be a high appointment or a low appointment, the UPSC will not be considering all those things. And any kind of short term appointments, like if the person will be coming and working only for certain period of time, of a settled period, these kind of matters, the UPSC will not be involved. Then in what matters the UPSC is involved? UPSC is a watchdog of merit system. Remember this word, watchdog. Watchdog is basically the UPSC will keep an entire eye in the whole India, like who are the merit people, who are the eligible people they can be serving for the government. Now, UPSC is not considered or concerned about the service, the pay, and service conditions and cadre management training. Now, who will be taking care of all these other things? Yeah, there's another department for cadre management and coaching and payment, the service issues or service conditions, that is DPT, Department of Personal Training. It is a central personal agency of India. Now, UPSC is a central recruiting agency, but DPT is the one who will be checking in all the relations or regard to whatever this kind of payments or cadre management is there, that will be done by DPT. Okay, and there is an other commission, that is CVC, that is Central Vigilance Commission, which is basically any kind of corruption is happening either in UPSC, either in DPT, or in any cadre in the whole India with regard to this public examination, then this will be taking all the actions and all the considerations. It will always keep an eye in terms of the corruption matters. Any kind of corruption happening in and around India, then this commission will be taking a charge with regard to those kind of people or those kind of persons. And the other thing is like, what are the functions of the UPSC? Now, the functions of UPSC is basically UPSC will be conducting an exams for the central and also for the union territories, and it is a very authorized department where there will be no delay in conducting of examination, or there is no leakage of papers, or there is no, you know uh, there is no punctuality, I'm sorry, there is no any kind of what do we say this, the delay or in nothing, any kind of matters related to corruption or these things will not be included in the while conducting the exam. And it will be assisting two or more states, and one state if it will be it will conduct the exams only when it feels like when the governor feels like we are not able to keep our own state government examinations for so and so reason. Then at that period of time the state government will request the president that we are not able to keep for so and so reasons, that we are happening so and so any kind of rallies or dharnas or issues happening, so we are not adequate with the qualified members or any kind of advanced professors or somebody who can do this really good. If from that particular state, if the governor requests this president, then the president will say yes or no to them. On the approval of the president, now the UPSC will decide whether they will be conducting the exams or not. So, and the consultation of government to UPSC. Basically, the word consultation to the government to UPSC is very really important. Now, what is this? It is basically now the government will be deciding many issues in on the daily basis, but at some point of time the government will also be getting any kind of doubts or any kind of clarification or any kind of justifications. So for that reason what they will be doing is basically now let's say the government has decided that we will be removing SC and ST reservation in only Telangana state. Let's say it's not true, but then let's say if the government has decided, now in order to make the petition completed and in order to make it very true, the government first will be taking the approval from the UPSC. It's not like the approval, but it will consult, it will inform UPSC also, such that if any kind of recorrections or any kind of negligence or any kind of non corruptional things that UPSC doesn't want to include, that government can either follow it or does not follow it. But the important thing is, as per the constitution, is they have to first consult UPSC, because any kind of corrections are there, then UPSC will definitely be doing, and whether they are following or not following it, that is up to their heads. Now, the methods of recent to civil services and civil post, any kind of method they want to change. Now let's say we will be having interview. The first stage is prelims, mains, and interview. Now the criteria is any kind of person who is having the degree, then the person can directly jump into writing the civil service examination. Let's say the government wants to remove this and add some any other things or any other format. Before directly the government is doing, first they have to consult UPSC such that any corrections are there, then they can do any kind of appointments, transfers, or promotions to the civil services, or in any kind of disciplinary actions, and the removal or the dismissal of the service demotion or the retirement, anything in any disciplinary matters, any kind of changes in regard to the examination the government wants to do, it has to initially follow or inform UPSC such that they will give their own corrections to the government. And the other thing is like in any kind of court cases. Now let's say an IAS officer or an IPS officer was solving a court case for overall for 5 years, all the expenses or all the money that so and so person of IAS or IPS is spending in order for the court case, then the government should definitely be giving the money to the IAS or the IPS officer for their hard work and for their discipline that which they are holding towards the government. Now, whether they have to give to that IAS or IPS officer, whether they are eligible or is there any other person, will be decided by the UPSC itself. If the government feels like they have done, they have seen, then that's okay. But then informing the UPSC is like must. And injury petition, sorry, pension. Injury pension is basically when you are in the work and you got some injury, and at that time you are not able to work. Now the government does not say that ki, since you're not working we are not going to give your pension, then that is not correct, because the person is working, has or already worked only for the government purpose, so the government will definitely be remembering that thing also. And the other thing is like any kind of temporary extensions. Extensions are basically, let's say you are an IAS officer and your retirement will be done in 60 years, but you have already completed 60 years, and if at any kind of additional uses the government wants to keep you for some more time, or like you are a completion of work has not completed, then if the person wants to, the government wants to keep your extension for furthermore, then the government can do that. Or any kind of re-employment is basically the retired person will be appointed again for a particular period of time till the government completes its own business or duties that which they have to complete. So these are the functions and independence, role, limitations, and the compositions that which I have mentioned, which was there in the Indian Polity by the Lakshmikant. So if you want this notes, then I can definitely be sharing for you. Uh, if you want that, just kindly comment down in the comment section. Then I will be definitely be sharing my notes for you. Thank you so much for listening.